Have you ever experienced that subtle, yet undeniable feeling, like the quiet beckoning of destiny calling your name? It's a stirring deep within your soul, a whisper that hints at something monumental about to unfold. What if I told you that the waiting period is finally over, and now the spirit is moving in ways you could never have anticipated? Imagine barriers falling away, opportunities appearing from thin air, and doors opening that no one can close. Yes, the spirit is nudging you, urging you to pack your bags, step out with unwavering faith, and boldly embrace the life you were always destined to live. Can you feel it? The unmistakable shift that is occurring in the universe, aligning everything around you for what's next. It's as if the cosmos is preparing to flood your life with blessings so abundant that they will reshape your entire story, transforming everything you've ever known. Before we delve into this message that could redefine the course of your life, I want to take a moment to express my heartfelt gratitude to each and every one of you who has supported this channel. Your contributions, especially through your super thanks, have been a beacon of encouragement. Your kindness, support, and love are what fuel this mission, enabling us to inspire others to step into their God-given purpose. You are not just supporters, you are a part of this incredible journey, and for that, I thank you from the bottom of my heart. Now, as we embark on this transformative journey together, I ask you to declare your readiness. Comment 777 below to signal that you are prepared to receive the supernatural blessings that are coming your way. If your spirit is in tune with what lies ahead, leave a second comment saying, "Ready for what's next." Together, we will unite our faith, sending a bold message to the heavens that we are ready to walk into the fullness of God's promises. But let me offer a word of caution. Stay with me until the very end of this message. What I am about to share will unlock the clarity you need to step confidently into this new season. Skipping even a second could cause you to miss the vital key that holds everything together. Trust me, the Spirit is moving in ways you've been praying for. Stay focused, stay expectant, and let's embark on this transformative journey together. This is your time. Are you ready? Let's begin. Life often feels like a never-ending cycle. The same job, the same routines, and the same surroundings can make it seem like nothing ever changes. But then, there's that faint whisper, almost imperceptible, but unmistakably present. It suggests that change is on the horizon. Do you feel it? That quiet, persistent hint that something big is about to unfold? It's as though the universe is laying out a trail of breadcrumbs, guiding you towards something greater. Have you noticed repeating numbers, angelic symbols, or mysterious synchronicities? Perhaps you've overheard a conversation or seen a sign that felt like it was speaking directly to you. These moments are not mere coincidences. They are pieces of a divine puzzle designed specifically for you to uncover. But why now, you may wonder? The universe operates in rhythms, much like the changing seasons. There are moments of stillness, where everything feels stuck, followed by periods of rapid movement. Right now, the winds are shifting. Energy, financial, emotional, or spiritual, that was once blocked is now being released. This shift might present itself as an unexpected financial blessing, like a surprise check or a raise at work, or it might come as emotional clarity, a revelation that frees you from the burdens of your past. Doors are opening, but the question is, are you ready to step through them? Packing your bags doesn't always mean physically moving to a new location. Sometimes the shift is internal. The Spirit may be calling you to alter your perspective, upgrade your habits, or realign your relationships. But in some cases, it may be literal. Have you ever felt an overwhelming urge to explore a new city or stumbled upon a home listing that tugged at your heart in an inexplicable way? Pay attention to these moments. They could be signs that the universe is preparing to guide you toward a new chapter in your life. Consider the story of Abraham in the Bible, when God called him to leave everything he knew and journey into an unknown land. This wasn't just about physical relocation. It was a spiritual step of faith. Could this season in your life be the same? Is the whisper you're hearing a divine invitation preparing you for something greater than you can yet comprehend? It's natural to feel uncertainty when embarking on a new path. You may wonder, what if I'm wrong? Or what if I chase this dream and fail? These doubts are a part of stepping into the unknown, but they should never hold you back. Fear is not your enemy. It is simply a signal that you are standing on the precipice of something amazing, on the edge of your comfort zone, gazing at the life you've always dreamed of. The question you must answer is, will you let fear bind you to the past, or will you allow it to ignite the fire that fuels your future? If you're unsure about the guidance you're receiving, try this. Take 5 minutes each morning to sit in silence, focusing on your breath. Allow your thoughts to come and go, and pay attention to those that linger. What ideas or visions keep reappearing? Perhaps you'll feel a nudge to explore a hidden talent, revisit a forgotten passion, or envision yourself somewhere you've never imagined. Write down these impressions, no matter how insignificant they may seem. These seemingly random insights might be the breadcrumbs that lead you toward your next breakthrough. Remember, new beginnings aren't limited to career changes or physical relocations. They can symbolize the release of abundance in many forms: love, creativity, emotional clarity, or opportunities that once seemed out of reach. Maybe it's the courage to start a side hustle, the willingness to embrace new relationships after a long hiatus, or the ability to start trusting that the universe is guiding you towards something greater. When you embrace the truth that the universe has your back, confidence blooms, and you begin to believe that your efforts are not in vain. With every step forward, you'll feel the divine support aligning the path ahead. But with new blessings often comes the need to release old attachments, whether they be mindsets, habits, or relationships that no longer serve you. Clearing away the old makes room for the new. Consider it like preparing the soil to plant the seeds of miracles. Letting go of the outdated makes space for the extraordinary. Reflect on the story of Joseph in the Bible. His journey was filled with trials, but it was also one of divine preparation for the blessings that lay ahead. Rejection, betrayal, and imprisonment. These were the trials that Joseph endured, yet each setback was a crucial part of his journey, preparing him for the rise to power he would eventually experience in Egypt. Now, what if every disappointment and hardship you've faced is laying the foundation for something far greater? What if all the struggles, big and small, are setting the stage for a divine setup, where everything you've worked for, every challenge you've overcome, is about to come to fruition? Could it be that the universe is preparing to release the abundance you've been waiting for, whether in the form of finances, opportunities, or personal growth? This isn't just about receiving blessings. It's about recognizing them when they arrive. Your role in this journey is simple: stay open to the signs, follow the whispers of your spirit, and trust that every step you take, even the missteps, is part of a grand, divine trail leading you to a life filled with purpose, joy, and fulfillment. Let go of fear, keep your heart receptive, and understand that the universe has been orchestrating these events specifically for you, preparing the way for a future beyond your wildest imagination. Have you ever noticed how some people seem to stumble into life-changing opportunities, unexpected wealth, or moments of sheer luck? It's easy to brush it off as just happenstance. But the truth is that the universe doesn't work on random chance. What we often perceive as luck is actually the result of a quiet, unseen process, a spiritual accumulation of energy over time. Imagine it as a spiritual bank account. Every time you act with integrity, express gratitude, or follow divine guidance, you're making deposits into this account. And when the time is right, the universe issues a cosmic check, reflecting the vibrational wealth you've built up. Right now, your spiritual account is full to the brim, poised to manifest into tangible blessings. This release of funds might not always look like a direct financial gain, though it could manifest in unexpected checks or raises. It might appear as a new job opportunity, a partnership that multiplies your resources, or even an influx of loyal clients. Perhaps it will show up as a surprising inheritance or the chance meeting of someone who opens doors for you. Remember, abundance doesn't always come in the form of money. It can be relationships, ideas, or opportunities that carry the highest value. Are you prepared to recognize these blessings when they arrive? So why now? On one hand, cosmic shifts, astrological influences, and the collective energy of the world may be creating a more favorable environment for blessings to flow. On the other hand, Your personal growth plays a critical role in this moment of divine alignment. Have you been releasing old fears, cultivating healthier habits, and stepping into your worth? These internal shifts signal to the universe that you are ready to receive what's been waiting for you. It's as though you've been shouting, "I'm ready!" And the universe has finally replied, "We've been waiting for you." Reflect for a moment on the parable of the talents from the Bible. Matthew 25 verse 14 to 30. The servants who wisely managed their master's resources were entrusted with even greater abundance, while the one who buried his talent in fear received nothing. In the same way, the energy you've cultivated through your faith, actions, and intentions is now set to return to you in a form that will magnify your life. But the key is to stay open and receptive. Are you willing to embrace abundance in all its forms, even if it doesn't arrive in the way you expected? Sometimes blessings come disguised as challenges or detours, but ultimately, they lead to greater rewards. Keep your heart and mind attuned to the signs, because the cosmic check is already in the mail, and your name is written on it. It's natural to wonder, am I just imagining this? What if I'm not really due for a blessing? These doubts, though completely human, can block the flow of abundance. Remember, abundance is a partnership. It's not enough for the universe to simply send gifts your way. You must be willing to claim them. When you second-guess your worthiness, you close the door to the blessings trying to enter your life. Here's a practical exercise to help align your mindset. Visualize a check made out in your name for an amount that feels life-changing but believable. Perhaps it's $10,000, $100,000, or even $1 million, whatever resonates with you without triggering skepticism. Write this mock check out, date it, and sign it as though the universe has already issued it to you. Place it somewhere you'll see it daily, on your mirror, in your wallet, or even as your phone background. Each time you see it, affirm your openness to receive. Over time, this exercise, when paired with faith and action, can shift your mindset from one of scarcity to one of abundance. But abundance isn't just about material wealth. When the Spirit says, "Pack your bags, I'm about to move you," it often signals that you need to step outside of your comfort zone. What if these spiritual funds are being released to propel you into a new phase of your life? Perhaps they are pushing you to start a project in a new city, or to position yourself for a life-changing encounter. Sometimes, the universe requires a physical or mental relocation to grant access to blessings that are not available where you are right now. These funds could also manifest emotionally or relationally. If you've been feeling isolated or emotionally depleted, get ready for a wave of genuine connections. People who resonate with you at your frequency, who uplift and inspire you. Imagine stepping into a community where you feel understood and valued. Could the universe be orchestrating such a move for you right now? If you're tempted to doubt that such shifts are possible, remember the Spirit operates in quantum leaps, not just slow, incremental steps. Think of Peter walking on water in Matthew 14 verse 22 to 33. It wasn't a slow, calculated process. It was a sudden, bold leap of faith. In the same way, the universe is preparing to move you in ways that may seem sudden but are, in reality, part of a divine plan that's been unfolding all along. The key is to trust, to remain open, and to take that leap of faith when the moment comes. The universe is ready to bless you beyond what you could have imagined. Will you be ready to step into it? When Peter kept his eyes on Jesus, he defied all logic and walked on the waves, an extraordinary act of faith. What if your leap of faith could unlock similarly miraculous changes in your life? What if the path to transformation requires just one bold step, one moment of trust in the unseen forces guiding you? The universe is constantly ready to pour out blessings in various forms, whether it is financial freedom, emotional healing, or relational support. The only thing you need to do is keep your heart open to the possibility and receive these gifts with trust and gratitude, without letting fear or doubt hold you back. The Spirit isn't merely asking for small steps. It's preparing you for the extraordinary. Are you ready to embrace this greatness? As these spiritual funds are being released into your life, it's important to remember that blessings often come with their own set of responsibilities. Greater opportunities, whether financial, professional, or personal, may bring challenges if you are not mentally or spiritually prepared to handle them. This is where spiritual maturity becomes crucial. It's essential to stay grounded through reflective practices such as meditation, prayer, or journaling. Don't neglect self-care, as an overwhelmed heart or mind can turn blessings into burdens. The universe doesn't intend for your gifts to weigh you down, but without balance, even the best blessings can become overwhelming. Embrace your cosmic check with humility and gratitude, knowing that you have earned it through your faith, perseverance, and commitment to your higher purpose. The universe operates on a system of reciprocity, responding to your alignment and intentions. Each time you act with integrity, faith, and a willingness to serve, you are making an investment in the cycle of abundance. When the blessings flow back to you, they arrive as a divine affirmation that your efforts have not been in vain. Reflect on the parable of the faithful servant in Luke 16 verse 10. Whoever can be trusted with very little can also be trusted with much. This is a powerful reminder that how you handle your current blessings prepares you for even greater ones. Are you ready to steward the abundance that is coming your way with wisdom and grace? Each blessing you receive is not just a reward, but a stepping stone. When approached consciously, these blessings create a domino effect, where one opportunity leads to another, building a life that reflects your divine calling. Imagine looking back one day and realizing that a single act of faith sparked an incredible chain reaction of growth, abundance, and transformation. This chain reaction might already be in motion, even if you can't fully see it just yet. The universe often works behind the scenes, aligning circumstances in ways that you will only understand in hindsight. So, as the doors of abundance open before you, walk through them with trust and confidence. Embrace the process and stay grounded, knowing that you are exactly where you are meant to be. Could this be the moment when your journey shifts from preparation to fulfillment? Only time and your faith will reveal the answer. Have you started noticing small but undeniable signs that something is shifting in your life? Perhaps you wake up one day with an inexplicable urge to declutter your closet or reorganize your home. Maybe you find yourself binge-watching travel videos or scrolling through job postings in cities you've never considered before. These moments may feel random, but they are far from it. When the spirit begins to move, life becomes a mosaic of subtle hints and nudges, each one working together to form a message that feels like an undeniable calling. Sometimes these messages come in the form of dreams. Have you ever dreamed of packing suitcases, boarding a plane, or arriving in a place that feels strangely familiar, as though you've been there before? Dreams often serve as a bridge between the conscious and subconscious, bypassing the barriers of logic and doubt. When spirit is at work, it uses this channel to deliver guidance that might otherwise be overlooked in waking life. If these dreams recur, take note. Keep a journal by your bed and jot down your dreams as soon as you wake up. Over time, patterns may emerge, revealing clues about where you are being led and what steps you are being called to take. Reflect on the story of Joseph in Genesis 37. His dreams were not mere visions. They were divine revelations of his future destiny. Although they were initially misunderstood, those dreams set the course for his life, preparing him for leadership and a pivotal role in saving many lives. Could your dreams be guiding you toward a purpose you can't yet fully grasp? Signs from spirit are not limited to dreams alone. They can appear as synchronicities, like meeting someone who offers advice that resonates deeply, repeatedly seeing a specific number or symbol, or even feeling an unshakable inner pull urging you to explore something new. Have you ever paused and wondered, why does this feel so significant? These moments are spirit's way of gently nudging you toward the next chapter of your life. The challenge is to stay open and curious, rather than brushing off these signs as coincidence. Ask yourself, what might spirit be trying to tell me? Another unmistakable sign that spirit is moving you is a sense of restlessness. You may feel an unshakable unease in your current circumstances. Perhaps the job that once fulfilled you now feels stifling, or the city you've always cherished suddenly feels too small for the person you are becoming. This isn't about ingratitude. It's about growth. Your soul is outgrowing its current container, much like a plant whose roots have outgrown its pot. Sometimes you can thrive and expand where you are, but other times, a complete uprooting is necessary to uncover new horizons. This restlessness is spirit's way of nudging you toward change, but let's acknowledge the dual nature of that call. Change can be both exhilarating and terrifying. Whether it's a physical move to a new location or a metaphorical shift in your personal or professional life, change requires courage. It might mean letting go of relationships that no longer nurture your growth or stepping away from a well-paying job that leaves your spirit feeling depleted. These decisions can be heart-wrenching, and it's okay to grieve what you leave behind. Mourning is part of the process. Consider the story of Abram, later known as Abraham, in Genesis 12. When God told him to leave his country, his people, and his father's household and go to a land that God would show him, Abram had to leave everything familiar behind, not knowing where he was going, but trusting in the promise of something greater. What if your restlessness is Spirit's way of calling you to a similar journey of faith? Divine orchestration follows a principle. Spirit never takes something away without offering something better in its place. Letting go creates space for aligned opportunities to flow into your life. Yes, it's natural to fear what lies ahead, but what if the discomfort you're feeling is simply the growing pains of stepping into your next level? Ask yourself, what areas of my life feel too tight, too small, or no longer aligned? What might I need to release to make space for something greater? Spirit's call often feels uncomfortable, but it carries a promise that by embracing the unknown, you'll discover blessings far beyond what you can imagine. Will you trust the process and step into the adventure that awaits? If you're wrestling with the question of whether to move or stay, start by testing the waters. Spend a weekend in a potential new location or have conversations with people who've successfully navigated career pivots. How do these experiences make you feel? Do they spark excitement and possibility, or do they leave you feeling drained? Pay attention to your physical and emotional reactions, as they often serve as Spirit's compass. If a thought or place makes your heart flutter with anticipation or sends a wave of certainty through you, consider its Spirit knocking on the door of your next chapter. To gain clarity, try a simple visualization exercise. Sit quietly, close your eyes, and envision your life a few months or even years from now. Where do you see yourself? How do you feel? Let these visualizations guide you toward your next step, and trust that the universe will lead you in the direction that aligns with your highest good. When Peter kept his gaze fixed on Jesus, he defied all human logic and walked on water, an extraordinary act of faith that has resonated throughout history. What if your leap of faith could unlock similarly miraculous transformations in your life? What if the key to your own personal revolution lies in a single moment of trust, when you decide to follow the unseen forces guiding you, despite every rational reason to hesitate? The universe is constantly ready to bestow blessings upon you in countless forms: financial freedom, emotional healing, personal growth, or even the deep relational connections that we all crave. The only thing you need to do is remain open to these blessings and receive them with trust and gratitude, without allowing fear or doubt to hold you back. Spirit isn't simply asking you to take small steps forward. It is preparing you for something extraordinary, something beyond your current comprehension. Are you ready to embrace the greatness that lies ahead, knowing that each moment of faith will be met with unimaginable rewards? As the universe releases these spiritual funds into your life, it's crucial to remember that blessings come with responsibilities. Greater opportunities, whether financial, professional, or personal, often bring their own set of challenges, especially if you're not mentally or spiritually prepared to handle them. This is where spiritual maturity becomes vital. Without spiritual growth and grounding, the weight of your blessings could overwhelm you. It's essential to remain balanced through reflective practices like meditation, prayer, or journaling. Self-care should never be neglected, as an overwhelmed heart or mind can turn blessings into burdens. The universe does not intend for your gifts to weigh you down. Rather, it wants you to embrace them with gratitude and humility, knowing that your faith, perseverance, and dedication to a higher purpose have prepared you for this moment. By staying grounded, you will be able to steward these blessings wisely, turning them into a source of joy rather than stress. The universe operates on a principle of reciprocity, responding directly to your alignment with your intentions. Each time you act with integrity, faith, and a willingness to serve others, you are investing in the cycle of abundance. When the blessings begin to flow back into your life, They will arrive as divine affirmations, proof that your efforts have not been in vain. Reflect on the parable of the faithful servant in Luke 16 verse 10. Whoever can be trusted with very little can also be trusted with much. This is a powerful reminder that how you handle the small blessings you already have directly influences the greater ones that will come. Are you ready to manage the abundance that is heading your way with grace, wisdom, and humility? Each blessing is not just a reward. It is a stepping stone, building one opportunity upon another. When approached with intention, these blessings create a domino effect, setting the stage for the life you were meant to live, a life that reflects your highest purpose. Imagine looking back on your life one day and realizing that a single act of faith sparked a chain reaction of growth, transformation, and abundance. The trajectory of your life may already be shifting, even if you cannot fully see it yet. The universe often works behind the scenes, aligning circumstances in ways that you will only understand with hindsight. So, as the doors of abundance swing wide open before you, walk through them with confidence and trust in the process. Embrace the journey, knowing that you are exactly where you are meant to be. Could this be the moment when your journey of preparation shifts into the season of fulfillment? Only time and your unwavering faith will reveal the answer. Have you started noticing small but unmistakable signs that something is shifting in your life? Perhaps one morning, you feel a sudden urge to declutter your home, reorganize your closet, or refresh the energy around you. Maybe you find yourself inexplicably drawn to travel videos or job postings in cities you've never considered before. These seemingly random moments are anything but. When spirit begins to move, life transforms into a tapestry of subtle hints and nudges, each one carefully woven together to form a clear message that resonates deeply within you. Sometimes these messages come through dreams. Have you ever dreamt of packing suitcases, boarding a plane, or arriving at a place that felt strangely familiar, as though you had been there before? Dreams serve as a bridge between the conscious and subconscious mind, bypassing logic and doubt to deliver guidance that may be overlooked in waking life. If these dreams recur, don't dismiss them. Keep a journal by your bedside and jot down your dreams immediately upon waking. Over time, you may begin to see patterns emerge, offering clues about where you're being led and what steps you should take next. Think about Joseph in Genesis 37. His dreams were not just random visions. They were divine revelations of his destiny. Although others initially misunderstood them, those dreams set the course for his life, preparing him for a leadership role and a significant mission to save many lives. Could your dreams be similarly guiding you toward a purpose you cannot yet fully comprehend? Spirit's messages are not always limited to dreams. They can appear in synchronicities, meeting someone who shares advice that resonates deeply, repeatedly encountering a specific number or symbol, or feeling an intense inner pull to explore something entirely new. Have you ever wondered, why does this feel so significant? These seemingly small moments are Spirit's way of gently nudging you toward the next chapter of your life. The real challenge is to remain open, curious, and receptive rather than brushing them off as coincidences. Ask yourself, what might Spirit be trying to tell me? Another unmistakable sign that Spirit is moving you is a sense of deep restlessness. You may feel an unshakable unease about your current situation. Perhaps the job that once brought you joy now feels confining, or the city you've always loved suddenly seems too small for the person you are becoming. This restlessness is not about ingratitude. It's about growth. Your soul is outgrowing the container it has been placed in, much like a plant whose roots have outgrown its pot. Sometimes you can thrive where you are, but other times, a complete uprooting is necessary to discover new horizons. This restlessness is Spirit's way of guiding you toward change. Change, while exciting, can also be intimidating. Whether it's a physical relocation or a personal shift in your career or relationships, change requires immense courage. It may mean letting go of friendships that no longer nurture your growth, or stepping away from a secure job that depletes your spirit. These decisions can be heartbreaking, and it's completely normal to grieve what you leave behind. Mourning is part of the process. Consider the story of Abram, later called Abraham, in Genesis 12. When God called him to leave his homeland, his people, and his family to go to a place he did not know, Abram had to trust in the promise of something greater. He had to let go of everything familiar and embark on a journey of faith. What if your restlessness is Spirit's way of calling you to a similar journey? Remember, Spirit never takes something from you without offering something better in return. By letting go, you create space for aligned opportunities to enter your life. Yes, fear is natural, but what if the discomfort you feel is simply the growing pains of stepping into your next level? Ask yourself, what areas of my life feel too tight, too small, or no longer in alignment with who I am becoming? Spirit's call often feels uncomfortable, but it promises that by embracing the unknown, you will discover blessings far beyond what you can imagine. Will you trust the process and step boldly into the adventure awaiting you? If you're unsure whether to stay or move, start by testing the waters. Spend a weekend in a new city or engage in conversations with people who have made significant career pivots. How does it feel? Does it spark excitement, or does it drain your energy? Pay close attention to your physical and emotional responses, as they often serve as Spirit's compass. If a place, idea, or thought fills you with anticipation and a sense of, yes, this is right, consider it a sign from Spirit. To gain further clarity, try a simple visualization exercise. Sit quietly, close your eyes, and imagine your life in the coming months or years. Where do you see yourself? How do you feel? Let these visualizations guide your next steps, and trust that the universe is leading you toward your highest good. Your growth is not just about you, it is deeply interconnected with the collective good. This synergy between personal fulfillment and the greater benefit of those around you is a vital yet often overlooked aspect of success. Goals rooted purely in personal gain might bring fleeting satisfaction, but they rarely lead to a deep and lasting sense of purpose. However, when your ambitions are anchored in service, love, and a genuine desire to add light to the world, resources often flow to you effortlessly. It is as if the universe conspires to support any endeavor that uplifts and inspires others. If your current plans do not naturally include a way to contribute beyond yourself, ask, can I tweak my vision to make it more expansive? Sometimes, even a small recalibration can generate unstoppable momentum. To align with this broader vision, set aside 10 minutes today to free write in a journal. Reflect on why you are pursuing the changes you desire. Do not censor yourself, let every thought pour out. Are your motivations rooted in frustration, spite, or boredom? If so, that is an invitation to anchor yourself more deeply. This does not invalidate your feelings, but offers an opportunity to align your goals with a purpose that fuels you more sustainably. Consider, could this new job, financial blessing, or relocation empower you to support your family, give back to your community, or create something with a lasting, positive impact? Now, reflect on who might benefit from you stepping into your next chapter. Is it your children, who will see a role model of courage and authenticity? Your friends, who might be inspired by your boldness to break free from stagnation? Or perhaps an audience you have not yet met, eagerly awaiting your voice, your art, or your innovation? When you hold this vision of the people you will impact, fear transforms into determination. It shifts your focus from internal doubts to external contributions, reminding you that the stakes are higher than your personal comfort. The challenges you face no longer feel like barriers. They become stepping stones leading you closer to your purpose. Pause and ask yourself, how can my growth serve not just me, but the world around me? When you keep this larger vision in mind, you will find the strength to overcome any obstacle, knowing that your journey is about more than personal gain. It is about leaving a legacy of light and inspiration. The deepest truth is that when you are anchored in your why, you can navigate almost any how. Even when the journey feels daunting or the road becomes rocky, your purpose acts as a lighthouse, steady, unwavering, and guiding you through the storm. Without clarity in your purpose, it is easy to abandon ship at the first sign of trouble, not realizing how close you were to uncovering the treasure awaiting you. The universe does not promise smooth sailing, but it does promise meaningful lessons and abundant rewards for those who persist. Your purpose is the fuel that keeps you moving forward, even when the winds seem to blow against you. However, There is another key element to purpose that is often overlooked: joy. While service and contribution are essential, your personal happiness is equally important. Some people feel guilty for desiring a larger home, financial freedom, or a more comfortable lifestyle. But if these desires bring genuine joy and harm no one, they can still align with a higher purpose. Joy has a ripple effect. It inspires and uplifts everyone around you. Imagine the transformative impact of living in authentic bliss, radiating positivity, rather than settling for quiet resignation. Could your own happiness be part of Spirit's plan to spread light to others? Consider this: God desires joy for his people. In John 10 verse 10, Jesus says, "I have come that they may have life, and have it to the full." This fullness encompasses spiritual fulfillment and the joy of living abundantly. What if your happiness, paired with your purpose, is a divine strategy to radiate positivity into the world? Ultimately, your why anchors your journey in something real, enduring, and transformative. Funds will ebb and flow, locations will change, and circumstances will shift, but a clear purpose remains your constant North Star. It is the difference between building a legacy and chasing fleeting distractions. When your actions are rooted in a genuine, heart-centered intention, your plan becomes resilient, impervious to doubt, criticism, or temporary setbacks. Ask yourself, what legacy do I want to leave behind? How does my joy intersect with my ability to serve others? Once you answer these questions, your path will become clear, and you will find the resolve to persevere. Trust that Spirit and the universe are working in harmony with those who walk boldly in their purpose. Are you ready to take the next step, knowing that your why will light the way? Now that you are anchored in your deep why, it is time to shift into action. The universe may be aligning funds or preparing a move for you, but that does not exempt you from preparation. Think of it like boarding a plane. You do not just show up at the airport without a passport or luggage. Spiritual shifts operate the same way. You need the equivalent of a passport: clarity, readiness, and an adaptable spirit. Your baggage is your mindset, skills, and resources, all of which must align with your destination. Start by examining what you already have. What talents, relationships, or resources are at your disposal? Too often, we focus on what is missing and overlook the assets we already possess. Write these down. This exercise serves two purposes. It reminds you that you are not starting from zero, and it highlights areas where growth is needed. For instance, if you lack a specific skill like marketing or financial management, now is the time to act. Enroll in a course, find a mentor, or dedicate time to self-study. Reflect on the parable of the 10 virgins in Matthew 25 verse 1 to 13. The wise ones prepared ahead of time, ensuring they had enough oil for their lamps, while the others missed their opportunity because they were not ready. What steps can you take now to ensure you are fully equipped when your moment arrives? If a move is likely, start by decluttering. Sell, donate, or recycle items you no longer need. This is not just about clearing physical space. It is a symbolic gesture, signaling to the universe that you are serious about the transition. Similarly, if you are anticipating financial breakthroughs or planning a new business venture, begin laying the groundwork. Register that domain name, draft a basic business plan, or organize your financial documents. These actions, though small, send a powerful message. You are ready for the blessings coming your way, preparing for transformation, co-creating your future with Spirit. Preparation is not passive. It is an act of co-creation with Spirit. By taking intentional steps, you demonstrate your readiness to receive and embrace the blessings coming your way. Preparation extends beyond physical space to include time management and mental alignment. If you anticipate new responsibilities or opportunities, your current routine might need to shift. Could you restructure your mornings for focused work, or reserve weekends for networking and exploration? A flexible yet intentional schedule equips you to pivot seamlessly when blessings arrive. Life often moves suddenly, and when opportunities present themselves, you do not want to scramble in chaos. A well-structured framework allows you to embrace growth without becoming overwhelmed. The role of physical and emotional health. Major life changes can be physically demanding. Whether you are loading boxes into a moving van, working late nights on a new venture, or balancing increased responsibilities? Is your body ready for the journey ahead? Small but consistent steps can fortify you. Drink more water, nourish yourself with whole foods, and incorporate a simple exercise routine, even if it is just a daily walk. Remember, your body is a vessel for the Holy Spirit, 1 Corinthians 6 verse 19 to 20. And caring for it is a form of spiritual stewardship. Equally important is emotional preparation. Unresolved fears or anxieties often resurface during major transitions. Have you experienced past traumas tied to relocation, financial instability, or other uncertainties? These emotional weights must be addressed to move forward freely. Take time for journaling, prayer, or meaningful conversations with trusted friends or mentors. Reflect on Hebrews 12 verse 1, which encourages us to throw off everything that hinders so we can run with perseverance. Imagine yourself as a hot air balloon. Each emotional burden you release allows you to soar higher and reach new heights. Adopting a mindset of openness and faith. Your mindset is the compass that directs your journey. While planning and preparation are vital, remain open to divine redirection. Proverbs 16 verse 9 reminds us, "In their hearts humans plan their course, but the Lord establishes their steps." What if the opportunity Spirit has in store for you look entirely different from what you imagined? When surprising doors open, such as an unplanned job offer or an unexpected relocation, pause and ask, could this be a divine redirection? By cultivating openness and faith, you position yourself to recognize and embrace opportunities that align with your greater purpose. Preparation aligns beautifully with the principle found in James 2 verse 17. Faith without deeds is dead. Like a rocket fueled and ready on the launch pad, you will be prepared to ascend when Spirit signals the time to rise. Each step you take to declutter your space, nurture your health, or address emotional barriers is an act of faith and co-creation. Are you ready to rise boldly into the future God has planned for you? Navigating mid-air challenges, perseverance, and perspective. Congratulations, you are in motion or about to be. Whether you are starting a new venture, moving to a new city, or embracing a fresh way of life, the initial excitement can feel like fuel propelling you forward. But what happens when that adrenaline fades and challenges resurface? Many mistake these hurdles as signs to stop, rather than recognizing them as opportunities for growth and refinement. How will you interpret these challenges? As roadblocks or stepping stones? Expect a honeymoon crash cycle on your journey. At first, everything feels aligned, synchronicities abound, and you are convinced you are on the right path. But disruptions inevitably arise. A deal falls through, relationships feel strained, or the new environment seems less welcoming than you anticipated. Reflect on Joseph in Genesis 39, who faced betrayal and imprisonment as part of God's plan to position him for greatness. Could your current challenges be preparing you for something extraordinary? Overcoming self-sabotage and fear. As blessings grow, self-sabotage often creeps in. Doubts about your worthiness can manifest as procrastination, unnecessary conflict, or overthinking minor setbacks. What fears are lurking beneath the surface? Are you worried that success will isolate you from your community, or that increased responsibilities will overwhelm you? Naming these fears is the first step to overcoming them. Reflect on 2 Timothy 1 verse 7. For God has not given us a spirit of fear, but of power, love, and a sound mind. Use this truth to anchor yourself during moments of doubt. Challenges are not signs you have chosen the wrong path. They are opportunities to deepen your commitment and faith. Each obstacle asks, how deeply do you believe in your calling? How willing are you to persevere? By reframing trials as tools for refinement rather than barriers, you remain focused on solutions and grounded in purpose. Building a support system and routine. A strong support system is vital for navigating challenges. Surround yourself with balcony people who cheer you on, celebrate your progress, and uplift your spirit. Avoid basement people who dwell on worst-case scenarios and feed your doubts. Ecclesiastes 4 verse 9 to 10 reminds us, two are better than one, because they have a good return for their labor. If either of them falls, one can help the other up. Lean on mentors, join supportive communities, or invest in coaching. Do not face every storm alone. Build a network that strengthens your resolve. Daily routines serve as anchors when life feels chaotic. Simple practices like morning meditation, gratitude journaling, or light exercise create stability and keep you centered. Reflect on Psalm 90 verse 12, which encourages us to use our time wisely. How might intentional routines help you stay focused during transitions? Reaffirming your purpose and taking practical steps. Never lose sight of your why. Revisit your mission statement or personal pledge frequently, and place it somewhere visible, on your wall, in your journal, or as a daily phone reminder. Proverbs 29 verse 18 reminds us, "Where there is no vision, the people perish." Let your purpose reignite your passion when the road feels foggy. Practical steps are essential for overcoming challenges. If you face a financial hurdle, research grants, resources, or new income streams. If your new environment feels unworkable, seek advice from locals or trusted friends. Proverbs 11 verse 14 teaches, "Where there is no guidance, a people falls, but in an abundance of counselors there is safety." Stay open to adjustments. Mid-air challenges often reveal areas where your original plan needs refinement. Pivoting is not failure. It is wisdom. By preparing with intention, maintaining faith, and embracing flexibility, you align yourself with Spirit's guidance. Trust the process and rise boldly, knowing the journey ahead is part of a divine plan to bring light and purpose into your life. The path of least resistance, adapting and thriving. Life's journey rarely unfolds exactly as planned, and the road to achieving your dreams is often filled with unexpected detours. However, these twists and turns are not failures. They are opportunities to grow and evolve. Think of Paul's missionary journeys in Acts. His plans often changed, but every unexpected turn brought him closer to fulfilling God's purpose for his life. How might your own adaptations serve a higher purpose? By embracing these trials with an open heart, they become catalysts for resilience, resourcefulness, and confidence. Every obstacle you encounter refines you for the life you are meant to live. Consider James 1 verse 2-4. Consider it pure joy, my brothers and sisters, whenever you face trials of many kinds, because you know that the testing of your faith produces perseverance. Could your current challenges be shaping you into someone stronger, more capable, and more aligned with your divine calling? These moments of difficulty are not barriers but stepping stones, strengthening your wings so you can soar higher when new opportunities arise. Trust that turbulence is not a signal to stop but part of your transformation, leading you closer to the destination God has prepared for you. Celebrating victory, a new chapter begins. After months of preparation, growth, and faith, the day comes when your external world catches up to your inner transformation. Funds arrive, a new home or job aligns perfectly with your needs, or a relationship once thought impossible begins to thrive. This is your moment of victory, a crossing into a new chapter. But this victory is not just an ending. It is the beginning of a higher phase in your journey. Take time to pause and reflect on how far you have come. Have you acknowledged the challenges you have overcome and the faith that carried you through? Celebrate your triumph authentically, anchoring the truth that effort combined with faith yields profound results. Deuteronomy 8 verse 18 reminds us, "Remember the Lord your God, for it is He who gives you the ability to produce wealth." How can you honor this divine partnership as you celebrate your success? Victory does not mean life will be free of challenges. In fact, new blessings often bring new responsibilities. Staying grounded is essential. Are you maintaining the habits, routines, and mindsets that carried you to this level? Reflect on Matthew 7 verse 24-25, which emphasizes building on a solid foundation. Your spiritual practices, prayer, journaling, acts of service, are what will sustain you as you step into this next phase of growth. The ripple effect, amplifying your blessings. Your victory does not stop with you. Its impact ripples outward. Improved finances might enable you to support loved ones or invest in meaningful community projects. Your inner healing could inspire others to begin their own journeys of growth. Have you noticed how one blessing often leads to another? Pay attention to synchronicities, unexpected opportunities, and chance encounters. Could these be Spirit's way of showing you that your journey of expansion is far from over? As you savor this moment, do not fear outgrowing your current triumphs. Evolution is continuous, and each victory closes one chapter while opening another. Gratitude for what you have gained keeps you grounded, but an open heart for what lies ahead ensures you remain ready for the opportunities still to come. How can you amplify your blessings while maintaining balance? Acts of service, deepening your spiritual practices, or embracing creative challenges are all ways to remain dynamically engaged with life. If a sense of restlessness arises, recognize it as Spirit's call to expand even further. Fulfillment is found not only in reaching milestones but also in the ongoing pursuit of growth and purpose. Channel that energy into meaningful action. Volunteer, learn a new skill, or explore a deeper spiritual connection. Reflect on Philippians 3 verse 13 to 14. Forgetting what is behind and straining toward what is ahead, I press on toward the goal to win the prize for which God has called me heavenward in Christ Jesus. How will you channel your current victory into continued growth? Sustained growth, anchoring faith and action. This moment of success is your launchpad into even greater heights. Celebrate it, honor it, and let it fuel your next steps with gratitude, purpose, and faith. Remember, the best is yet to come. As you step into the next phase, reflect on how far you have come. The trials you faced, the resilience you demonstrated, and the victories you co-created with Spirit have shaped you into someone stronger, wiser, and more attuned to your purpose. When doubts inevitably resurface, and they will, let this victory serve as a reminder that transformation happens when faith meets action. Philippians 1 verse 6 reassures us. He who began a good work in you will carry it on to completion. Could this victory be evidence that the good work is only just beginning? Step forward with confidence, your resources aligned and your heart wide open. This is not the end. It is the beginning of even greater milestones waiting to unfold. What new heights will you reach with the tools and faith you have cultivated? The promise of abundance, God's perfect timing. As we come to the close of this message, let this powerful truth anchor your spirit. God's chosen ones are stepping into a season of unmatched blessings. Like the Israelites who were divinely led to their promised land, you are standing at the threshold of breakthrough and abundance. Doors that were once shut are opening, and the resources, connections, and opportunities you have prayed for are now making their way to you. Every setback and delay was part of the process to build your faith and trust in God's provision. Now, the time has come to step boldly into your season of favor. Are you ready to claim the blessings set aside just for you? Your breakthrough is here. You are chosen, equipped, and called for this moment, and nothing can stop what God has ordained for your life. If this message has spoken to your heart, consider supporting this mission through acts of generosity, whether through donations or simply sharing this message with others. Your presence, prayers, and encouragement fuel this ministry's ability to spread hope and breakthrough to many. Let us continue sharing this message of faith and transformation, knowing that every life touched amplifies the light in the world. May God bless you abundantly. May His favor surround you like a shield, and may every step you take be guided by His Spirit. You are chosen, and your future is filled with divine purpose and extraordinary provision. Trust, believe, and watch as the Spirit moves you into a season of unmatched blessings. The best is yet to come. Are you ready to embrace it?